Welcome to lead form tracking. Let's say you're running a marketing campaign for your client and you're wanting to track leads. Oftentimes, it's the main thing your client wants to be able to see. They're paying you to run marketing for them. How many leads did they get? Now, lead tracking, attribution tracking, if you will, it can be very difficult. But on the first level of depth off of a website, how can you track leads? Well, when people arrive to a website, in order to classify someone as a first level lead, it would be that they called the client's phone number, or they filled out a form, or maybe they instigated a live chat. So lead form tracking is one of the primary ways to track leads, and it's also included in every single SEO campaign. So let's take a look at this. The lead form tracking embed code can be put on any page on the website, and it could even be put on pages that are even outside the website if you wanted to, for example, on a PPC landing page. So for one client, you can have multiple forms created and embedded wherever they would go, and you can analyze leads or submissions on those forms across all of the different forms, no matter where they're embedded. Not only will we track form submissions, but also the amount of page views that landed on those pages, how many leads there were, what is the conversion rate, and even what was the average time spent on that page. Furthermore, we'll provide graphical interface for page views versus leads, which forms that you have embedded are performing the best, what time and what day is best to collect those leads. Now, you may think, well, why would I need to know this information? Well, particularly for SEO, being that you can control when the ads are displaying and when they're not, knowing what time of day and what day of the week would be beneficial. Even for social media publishing, it could be beneficial. What are the top countries? What are the top cities? Again, particularly for PPC, but even for SEO, knowing this is valuable insights. What are the conversion rates? And where are people coming from whenever they arrive to that form? So as you can see, the form tracking capability is much more than just knowing how many people filled out a form. I would liken it more to landing page analytics. And of course, you can adjust the date range from all to the last week, month, 2 months, or 3 months in customer calendar dates. Now, let's say that you wanted to come in here and create your own form to embed somewhere. You can do that as well. You can come in and create a form, select from an existing gallery, or create your own. And the forms are not limited either. You can allow people to even attach attachments on the form and use pre-built little templates that will help you to build the form. For example, just click address and there's an entire address section. Attach a file, what time, etc. So it's going to be really easy for you to build your own forms, and then once they're built and they're saved, you would then be able to set up the email notification for this form. Who does it go to? So that you can be notified whenever a form is filled out, and finish up, which is where you'll be able to get the embed code. So let's take a look at an actual form that has been created. So yes, there are analytics for you on the overview page, which is what we just went over, that tracks data across all of the forms and presents it to you. However, if you want to track and look at analytics for a particular form, you would click on that form and it would bring you in to this interface. And from here, you'll see information that's stored on every single person that has filled out that form. If there was an attachment, whatever the fields are that are on there, you'll be able to see in here. And from here, you'll be able to add a comment on the lead, and at least from here you have all of the leads or form submissions stored. It's a lot better than just having them emailed, because maybe you or the client would lose track of these through email and not have them in one consolidated place. If you click on a particular form submission, it's going to drop down and give you all of the information that you asked for. You can do a bulk export on all of these as well. Why would you want to do a bulk export? Maybe you want to export all of them and upload them into a separate lead tracking system or CRM system. if you click on the Analytics tab, this is where you're going to really be able to deep dive into how well this form is performing. And again, the way that the analytics work on this form, and all you got to do is put the embed code for the form on a page, and you're going to be able to track page level data. So this is also, you could consider it as landing page analytics as well. It's going to go over and let you know page views, volume over the time period that's displayed, how many leads came in per what time period, where the leads are coming from and based on what country, what cities, and then even what browser they're using, whether they're mobile or not, what operating system, if you wanted to get really techie about it. Leads by traffic, what are the top referring pages that your leads are coming into, conversion rate percentages, error score on the form. So if you have a high error score, of course, you're going to want to troubleshoot it. And this is nice because particularly if you're driving traffic through PPC, right? You want to know if you're having problems with your form at all. And being able to track an error score is going to be important. No form out there is going to be completely perfect, especially whenever you look at how many operating systems and browsers there are that are out there, and across all the different mobile devices as well. For their analytics tracking down to the average time by region, average times by software, and duration. So as far as you would want to deep dive into the form analytics, you're going to be able to. Of course, you can edit the form, view the form, and then you can also edit your notifications. So based on the email notification that's going to be going out, you'll be able to edit that as well. Grab your embed code from here. And there's several different options for how you can implement the form. Most of you would either want to use a link to the form or a general embed code to the site. Now, if you wanted to get more advanced and you wanted to have the form as an app on the Facebook page, you can do that. A pop-up link from the form via email, PHP embed code, PHP form file. If you have questions on this, you can always ask your project manager. And in settings, if you want to duplicate the form, or maybe you're getting spammed for whatever reason, you're having issues with it, if you want to exclude certain IPs from being able to submit to the form, you can even do that. For the most part, the form manager is for form analytics so that you can track attributable leads at the first level from the website or wherever you want to put a form. Now, whether you want to use this form builder yourself to create forms with, you can, but keep in mind, this is included in all of the SEO campaigns so that it's configured for you, set up for you, and it makes it to where even on the standard reporting, the client can see their attributable leads. For example, here on your overview, X amount of leads coming in from lead forms, calls, and total chats. So once it's set up, it plays a large part of the equation to overall lead tracking. So that is an overview of form tracking, form manager, or form analytics, if you will, and hopefully you find a lot of value in this and adds to your confidence level in being able to show the client more attribution towards lead generation as a result of their marketing campaign.